Assalamualaikum everybody. This is Dr. Shahid Khokhar, and today this is lecture 31 for the subject of operations and supply chain management. As you know that we are discussing the supply chain design, and this topic belongs to chapter 12 of your textbook. In this week, we will also explain further what are the strategies for designing our supply chain. So let's formally start our today's topic. As you can see in your slides that there are two main categories in which a firm can design the supply chain, and first category is called the efficient supply chains, and second category is called the responsive supply chains. First, we will talk about the efficient supply chains, and under the efficient supply chain, you can see there is a strategy which is called make to stock. I am hopeful that ये टर्मिनोलॉजी आप लोगों ने पहले भी पढ़ी होएगी while dealing with the managing inventories. So if you talk about the efficient supply chain, as the name is saying, your focus will be on the efficiency of the supply chain, which means that you will try to achieve your targets or objectives with the minimum possible cost. And this type of supply chain is focusing the competitive priorities of the organization, which is the low cost production or the low cost operations. So in efficient supply chain, our main objective is to reduce the cost, but at the same time you are achieving your objectives by managing the supply chain performance. So what you can do is in the make to stock strategy. In make to stock, this strategy is applicable to those industries where the demand is predictable and the organizations will produce the goods according to the forecasting techniques, and after producing the goods they will sell the goods according to the requirement of the customer. As the customer will require the products from you, you will start supplying the product. Since you are producing the goods based on the forecast, so while producing the goods, volumes will be high, and your main objective would be to maintain your low cost operations or produce goods with the minimum possible cost. Moving on, there is another strategy or the other category of the supply chain designs which is called the responsive supply chains, and as the name is very clear that responsive means you are giving a good response to the changing needs of the customer. Responsive means if a customer is giving you different requirements in form of the volume or in the form of the quantity or in form of the variety, and this supply chain will cater the all the varied needs of the customer. So the main objective of this supply chain would be to meet the customer demand and not focusing on the cost. In the responsive supply chain, we have three types of the strategies. First one is called assemble to order, second one is called make to order, and third one is called design to order. And these terminologies must have been heard once you are talking about the managing inventories. So in first strategy, where you are assembling the products once you receive the order from the customer, and if you are not receiving the order, you are not going to assemble the product before the demand of by the customer. So organizations usually have the main components of the products in the inventory, and they will assemble it on the customer's request. The very best example of assemble to order is the Dell company, which was selling the computers to the customers based on their orders and meeting the specific needs of the customers. The second category is called the make to order. In make to order strategy, the organization have pre-standard designs and customer can choose any of the design, but customer is not involved in the design process. He will be given different options and he has to choose only one or two options which he is looking for, and based on that choice company will start making the product according to the customer requirement. And if the company will start making goods and the services once the order will be placed to the organization. So in this type of situation, the very best example is once you are going to your tailor and you are asking him to stitch a cloth for you, and he will tailor made cloth, or he will tailor made the suit for you according to your requirements. And the third stage, which is called the design to order strategy, where the customer will be involved in the designing process and the product will be started after finalizing the design with the customer, and then customer will make specific requirements to the producer or the manufacturer. So these are the three different strategies which any company can choose if they are managing the responsive supply chain. Moving on, here we are talking about the environment. It means that you should be clear that in which conditions you will choose the efficient supply chains and in which conditions you will choose for the responsive supply chains. As you can see in your slide, the first column on the left side is talking about the factors which are important in the design of the supply chain. And in the first point, there is demand. If there is a predictable demand and in forecasting the demand errors are very low, then you will choose the efficient supply chain. On the other hand, if you are facing the unpredictable demand and forecast error is high, then you will choose the responsive supply chain. So demand wise, if you talk about, you can simply for the efficient supply chain, you can take the example of a supply chain of the sugar industry, or for the responsive supply chains you can take the example of any branded clothing industry or any clothing brand which is working in Pakistan. So these are the two examples which you will keep in your mind while studying this concept which is talking about the environment. And the next point in environment is the competitive priorities. In the efficient supply chains, your competitive priorities would be low cost, consistent quality, and the on time delivery. Whereas in the responsive supply chains, your competitive priority would be the development speed, yani कि how quickly you are developing a new products for your customers. Moreover, how fast you are delivering the products to your customers. Customization means you are catering the specific needs of the customers. Volume, flexibility, variety, and the top quality. So if you are having such kind of competitive priority, so you should choose the responsive supply chain. Moreover, there is a third factor which is called the new service or the product introduction. Normally, we will choose the efficient supply chain if you are not producing too many products for the customers. You are dealing only with the small number of the products, and there is no introduction of the new products very frequently. Whereas you are supposed to follow the responsive supply chains if you are dealing with the industry where the product introduction is very frequent. The second last point is the contribution margins. In the efficient supply chains, you are focusing on the low cost operations whereby your contribution margin would be low. Contribution margin is actually a difference between the selling price minus the variable cost or the variable expenses. So the result is called the contribution margin, and that contribution margin is actually being used for the profitability and to cover the fixed expenses. So if your company belongs to the industry where contribution margins are low, then you should choose for the efficient supply chain. On the other hand, if your company belongs to the industry where contribution margins are high, then you can choose for the responsive supply chain. And the last point is called the product variety. It means you are dealing with the one or two products. If you are dealing with a low variety, then you should choose the efficient supply chains, whereas you should choose the responsive supply chains if you are dealing with a high variety of the products. So these are the conditions which any company should consider before choosing the supply chain between the efficient supply chains or the responsive supply chain. Moving on, there is an example of the efficient supply chain design, and here you are using the strategy which is called make to stock strategy. As you can see in your slide that this is a supply chain of a manufacturer who is receiving the components from the suppliers, and supplier will supply the components once he will receive the orders from the manufacturers, and these orders will be based on the forecast which the manufacturer will make about his finished products. So at the very start, component supplier will supply the forecasted demand to the manufacturer, then manufacturer will produce the finished goods again based on the forecast, and here he is not considering the customer demand right now, but he is considering the future customer demand. After producing the goods of the finished goods, he will establish the inventories, and then the goods will be supplied to the customer as it is required by the customer. So as I told you, the sugar industry is a very best example for the efficient supply chain design, where you produce the sugar in a short period of span of time, and then you store the finished goods and then you supply to the customers when the customer need it from you. Similarly, we can see another example. Here you are talking about the responsive supply chain design, and in this you are focusing on the assemble to order strategy. It means that a company is assembling the products, and as you can see in your slide, the supply chain starts from the supplier who is providing the components, and these components would be based on to the forecasted demand. And once these these components are supplied, there will be a inventory of the standardized components inventory, and this inventory will be used as there will be a need by the customer. So here customer will make an order, and based on that order either you will assemble the product or either you will go for the fabrication. Fabrication means once you are applying any process on the raw materials, that is called the fabrication. So you might apply any process or you might just assemble, and these things will be initiated by after the customer order, and this inventory will be provided to the assembly unit or the fabrication unit as the need of that unit. So in this supply chain you will assemble or fabricate the product according to the customer requirement. So that was the example of responsive supply chain design if you are using the assemble to order strategy. That's all for today's lecture. If you have any question, please make a comment in the Google Classroom, or you may consult with your co-teacher for the better explanation. Thank you so very much. See you on the next week.